Hello my friends, welcome to Haein Yoga. Today we will be practicing yoga for the shoulder and neck. It's a slow-paced, therapeutic, functional yoga sequence. It can be a bit challenging sometimes, but mostly delicious. As we are approaching this part of our body, whatever you are carrying on your shoulder, first I want to tell you how amazing it is that you are taking that responsibility. You might be laughing at me right now, but I really mean it. And without making that wrong, I would like to invite us to simply shift our attention to inwards and see how to take responsibility internally to match up our external responsibilities. Ready? Let's start in kneeling position. Have your arms stretched out to the side. It may touch the floor, it may not touch the floor, but you want to keep your arms a little bit out to create more space in the side of your neck. And from here, let's have the right hand over to the left side of the head and slowly guiding the head to bend to the right side. It's not to bring the head down, but rather directing the head to go upward, away from your left hand. And gently change to the other side, guiding the head to lift up and elongate away from the right hand. And slowly coming back to the center. Have your cross your arms and have your left elbow over your right elbow. Continue coiling till you reach your palm. You may reach your wrist, that is okay. You want to have a one cross and another cross wherever you reach. Both the elbows and your hands pressed against to each other. Think of bringing your shoulder blades away from each other. And lift up your elbows away from the floor while keeping your shoulders down. Hands away from your forehead while keeping your shoulders down. Take one deep breath into your chest, into your upper back. Turn the head to your right side. Lean the head to your right side. And one more breath. And slowly coming back to the center, release the hand gently. It's quite important that you release this gently, as it was actually quite a lot of tension to do this posture. The other side, right arm over, hook, and another hook. Shoulder blades away from each other. Lift up the elbows, hands away from the forehead, keeping your shoulders down. One breath. Lean the head to your left side. One more breath. Slowly, head back to the center, uncoil. And as you do that again, do not let go of the muscle that was tensed immediately. Gradually releasing that engagement. And we're gonna do a supine spinal twist. Let me show you the beginning position, and then, as I don't have enough space to be in the frame to do this posture, I will show you in a different way. So this is the starting position. You will be on your right side, knees bent to 90 degrees, hips bent into 90 degrees, arms stretched in front of your head at the shoulder level, palms together. Now, so you will be like this, lying down on the side. What I'll be asking you is, let me do it this way. Slowly lift up your left arm up to the ceiling till your arms come about 90 degrees. And then bring your shoulder blade as far away as you can reach your left arm up to the ceiling. The head can follow with the arm. And continue, go further away from your right hand. Your knee may go away from each other. That can happen, but do not lift up. Do not try to reach to your left side. Stay in this line. Your left hand may touch the ground, may not touch the ground. That's not really important. Yeah? And slowly come back to 90 degree, keeping your shoulder blades as far away as you can, and slowly close. Repeat this one more time. Left arm up to 90 degrees, shoulder blades away from each other. Continue opening, head following your left arm. And coming back to the center, reaching up to the ceiling, shoulder blades away from each other, and eventually closing. Turn to the other side, and we continue on the other side. So 90 degree, 90 degree. If you want to increase a little bit more intensity, then try not to let your knees go away, slide away from each other. And your right arm opening. First reach 90 degree, right hand reaching up to the ceiling. Then shoulder blades away from each other. Continue keeping the space between your shoulder blades. Opening your right arm to the side. Head following as comfortably as you can to your right side, and slowly closing. Again, as you hit that 90 degree, shoulder blades away from each other and closing. Repeat this one more time. So it's a spinal twist in lying down position, but our focus is in mobility and creating space in the shoulder and the upper back. It's such a beautiful posture and a movement. If I single out, there are many good posture in this sequence, but if I single out one, the best one for me, this is definitely in top 3. Okay, close up. Come to kneeling position once again. And let's meet in a table pose. And from here, slide your right arm behind your left arm. It's like a thread going into the hole of a needle. And reaching down to the floor with your right shoulder. Reposition your left hand in a way that you can push down into the ground with both your right arm and your left hand. And from here, your head will follow as your chest open to the side. So again, it's a twist, but quite dedicated to your upper body. Try not to lean your hips to one side. Try to be in the center. Shoulders away from each other. One more breath. And slowly coming back to the center. Back to tabletop. And continue to the other side. Left arm sliding behind your right arm, sliding it away. Reposition your right hand. Head following the chest. Pushing both arms against the floor to turn the chest to your right side. One more breath. Into your upper back and your chest. And slowly coming back into the center. Just sit back for a moment. Interlock your fingers behind your hips. Roll your shoulders away from your ears and then bring your upper arms close to each other. Now, just let's get ready here. And I'm going to ask you to first place your forehead on the ground. And eventually you're going to roll up to the top of the head. As you do that, your arms will go away from your hips. It is important that you don't roll further than the top of the head, but just coming to the top of the head and pushing against the floor instead of rolling further. And slowly release. Interlock the other side. Put the other thumb on top of the other. Roll the shoulders away once again. And starting with the forehead to position. And then shift away to the head. Roll to the top of the head. Arms going away. Keep rolling in. Your upper arm, shoulders away from your ears. And slowly coming back. Okay. Coming back to kneeling position. We're going to do a few arm positions, which we will incorporate in low lunge soon after. Start with the arm stretching out to the side. Palms facing up. As you do that, notice how your elbow is turning as well as your shoulder and the chest. The other side, palms facing down, and you want to turn that palm as far away as you can. Notice how your elbow follows, shoulder follows, and your chest, how it affects your chest muscle as well. Again, repeat this few more times. As you do this, you want to bring your both shoulder as far away as possible. So you don't need to lock your elbows completely. Whatever way that links from your hand to your shoulder to your neck, it's good. Okay, coming back to the center. Interlock your fingers behind your head. Elbows close to each other. Head in just a little bit, not chin to the chest drop. It's not pushing the head down. Keep the resistance between your head and your hand. Elbows close to each other, shoulder blades away from each other. Head down, but resisting back as well against the hand. Keep a bit of space between your chin and the chest. And as you inhale, elbows out and back. As you do that, focus on bringing your shoulder blades close to each other. And lift up the chin just a little bit. And again, close. Shoulder blades away. And open. Inhale, shoulder blades close to each other. Lift up the chin and the sternum just a little bit. And release. Arms on the side. Reach to your right side with your hand. The distance is, as long as it's not right next to you, nor too far, somewhere in the middle, it's not really that important. Somewhere in the middle where you can lean easily. Bring the other arm over. It's just moving the arms and the shoulder in a different way. And keeping the arms up to have the blood flow to come down. Just to incorporate some different movement in our pretty heavy shoulder neck sequence. Okay, we're going to repeat the same in low lunge. Let's meet in downward facing dog. And step your right foot forward between your hands. Place your back knee on the ground. You can tuck the back toes under or stretch whichever that you feel comfortable and stable. Make sure your feet are not in one line but a little bit apart. Okay, arms out to the side. Palms facing up. And turning the shoulders back and look up just a little bit. Lift up the sternum. Exhale, palm facing down, elbow, shoulder. Curl the chest in and the head down. And one more time. Inhale, hands, elbow, shoulder, chest, sternum, and your gaze. Exhale, hands, elbow, shoulder, chest, and your gaze. Interlock your finger behind your head. Elbows in, head in, shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale, open, shoulder blades close to each other. Lift up the chin and the sternum. Exhale, close. Bring your elbows as close as possible to each other. Inhale, elbows as far back as you can. And look up. And exhale, bring your arms on the floor. Close to your, around the same line as your foot. And again, lean to, let's start with the left hand. Lean to the left hand and simply bring your right arm over the head. And change the hand, right hand on the floor, lean to your right hand and left arm over. It doesn't really matter where you need to feel. I just want our arms to move a little bit in a different and a freer way than how we did in this sequence. And coming back to downward facing dog. Left foot forward, low lunge, and have the arms out to the side once again. And we repeat on the other side, palm facing up and back, look up, exhale, closing down, and inhale, palm, elbow, shoulder, chest and the head, exhale, palm, elbow, shoulder, chest and the head. Interlock your fingers behind your head, elbows as close as possible to each other, head in, shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale, open, elbows out and back, shoulder blades close to each other and look up. One more time, exhale. And inhale. And reach your right hand on the ground, around the similar level of your left leg. Left arm over, leaning to your right hand. You may be on your palm, you may be on your fingertips, whichever that is comfortable for you to move. And change to the other side. Okay. Let's come to downward facing dog. Okay. Whichever leg, step one leg forward and turn to the side so that you are in the wide leg position. And we're going to continue with triangle pose. Have your right toe pointing to the top of the mat, to either side of the mat, and have the other foot parallel to the other end of the mat. Stretch your arms out to the side, reach to your right side, coming into triangle pose on your right side. And from here, widen your shoulder. And I'm going to ask you to simply turn your head down, looking to the floor and looking up. And repeat this 2 more times. Move slowly. Think of this as a little bit of a weight exercise for your neck. Weight and range exercise. Okay, reach up, change to the other side, and continue. Triangle, and then turn the head down, turn the head up, and 2 more times. And one last time. Reach up. Toes pointing slightly inwards. Interlock your fingers behind your hand. Fold forward. Arms falling away from your hips. Heels close to your heels of the palms close to each other. So have that grip really strong. Roll the upper arms in. Lift up your shoulders away from your ears. And bring your arms close to your hips. And slowly coming back up. Find a way to come down on the ground. Interlock your finger behind your head. It's a quite simple head lift. A bit funny, but that's how it is. Interlock your finger behind your head and the legs are relaxed, bellies are relaxed. Start with the lifting up the elbows off the ground slowly. Lift up that elbow as high as you can and then continue with the head. Go as far as you can without straining yourself too much, slowly come down. Let your forehead touch the ground and then your elbows. When your elbows hit the ground, relax completely, your whole body, your buttocks, your legs, your shoulders, and your neck. Repeat this one more time. Elbows up, then the head up, and head down, and then elbows, relax completely. Come into child pose. And take a few deep breaths. Thank you everyone for joining me today. A question I want to leave you to contemplate to finish today's practice is, what are the responsibilities you took on or passed down that isn't actually yours? Comment below. If you like this video, give a thumb up and subscribe to my channel for weekly yoga practice. I wish you an incredible day and see you next week. Keep shine on!